What up, y'all? It's the King. And this is how it's been going since I left social media. Maybe why I left social media. Stay tapped in.
The whole city know Jay Moody.
No, for real. No.
So what up, y'all? It's Good Friday. I'm on Lincoln Drive, kind of stuck in traffic. Maybe a tree fell down or something. A tree fell down on the Walnut Lane Bridge on somebody's car. That's crazy. But it's a lot of traffic on Lincoln Drive going this way, so I'm guessing some stupid shit didn't happen up here. But I'm just trying to get to Starbucks so I can get me a, oh shit, potholes. Philadelphia's the worst when it comes to potholes. But I'm just trying to get my what's my shit called that I drink, y'all? My tea, my medicine ball from Starbucks, real quick. But I wanted to tap in and make a video about why I left social media. I was just kind of thinking about it. Somebody asked me, like, I ran into somebody and they was like, why you get on social media? And I thought about it and I was like, why did I get off social media? I guess it could be the regular hubbub of not wanting to be a part of the crowd at this point. And this ain't my first time getting off social media. That, I've done it before and I got back on for whatever reasons I got back on. But it's just like, it's not fun to me anymore. And it feels like a lot of the reason the world is the way it is because of social media. It has become a tool that makes people feel like they got to be so performative to be accepted. Whether you got some products you're trying to sell or a podcast, like I was on this podcast while I was on social media, or I dealt in the music industry. And it was like a constant of letting people know like who you are and what you got going on and what you're doing is the reason that you're on there. You're always looking for validation and likes, and you're seeing other people get likes, and maybe you're looking at it like, damn, I gotta work towards that. Where at the end of the day, for the most part, none of that shit equates to anything. Damn, you see, Philadelphia is the worst. That's why I never live here again. I love Philadelphia, I love where I'm from, but I don't want to live in the city anymore because it's just a terrible place to live. Shout out to Philadelphia though. But anyways, it's all this pressure on people to perform. Another thing and another reason why I got off social media is because like where I live now, the people there are not on social media at all by and large. I mean, of course, and then I'm a grown ass man, like I'm old. I'm not a young guy, even though I guess I look young. People say I look young, but I'm an older guy now. And most of the people that I'm starting to integrate in with and do business with and things of that nature, they're not social media people. Not to say, and the crazy part is not to say that I've got off social media for them. I'm just noticing now that I'm off social media, I'm starting to integrate with more people who they're not, oh shit, trees falling everywhere. It's crazy around here. I'm starting to integrate with people that are not on social media at all, but are doing big things and, big business, money, all the things that people, I feel like social media will bring them eventually. I think the popularity of social media creates this narrative that it's going to make you rich, and it's not. Trust me, I've been popular on social media before, and it doesn't make you rich by any stretch or any standard of rich. But anyways, wait, y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna come right back. I gotta order my. Well, no, not yet. I'm gonna wait till I get a little further up Ridge Avenue before I order my Starbucks. I gotta get in my app and order my Starbucks. But anyways, but yeah, it's like now that I'm integrating into, like this part of my life where it's not as important because, I am who I am in the real world. And I had to realize that, to tell myself that, because I was dealing with so many people and so many things that felt like it was important to be accepted on social media for you to have some kind of worth in the real world. Like when I was doing that podcast, the guy I was doing the podcast with, it was just so important that we was buying fake followers and shit like that. Just stupid shit that you didn't have to do. And I get it, people do it. It's a good marketing tool, I guess, if that's what you're using. And I'm not really trying to knock anybody for doing it, but when you really think about it, it's like you feeding your own hype, like trying to get people to notice you. And it's like, is it really worth it? Like, what are these people really going to do for you, in the sense of you fulfilling your purpose and you fulfilling what you really feel like you're here for, right? So that's how I looked at that piece. And then I also feel like, and I feel like it works with the older generation too, but it's really bad for the young folks because everybody is socially awkward now because of social media for a plethora of reasons, but I'll give you a few. Like, I feel like now you got so many people on social media that create this image, right? Most people on social media, for the most part, I'm not saying everybody does this, but for the most part, is it starting to rain? Oh no, it's just coming up the bridge. For the most part, everybody on social media is portraying like some kind of image, right? Regardless of what it is they do, they're the littest when they do it. Even when I had my podcast, I had made a plaque that said we had 1 million plays on Spotify. We did. You know, it is what it is. I'm not going to say and act like we did it after the fact. I had the plaque made up, all that shit. It's just certain things you do, certain marketing tactics and things like that. And it was like, you know, you kind of feed into this false reality of who you are, but then when you come out into the real world, now people have to live in this facade that they've created for themselves, and it makes it hard for you to show up as this person that you're not really. You're cosplaying as this person that you are on social media. It's really crazy when you think about it, but that's how a lot of people live. And like the kids now, all the kids really know is how to interact with each other on social media. That's it. They know how to slide in DMs. They'll be at parties together, and then they'll go home and then DM the person and be like, I saw you at the party. Why didn't you speak when you saw the person at the party? But it's creating the culture of the world now, and I just didn't want to exist in that because I'm old school. I come from when we were outside getting girls' phone numbers, writing them shits down on a scratch pad and shit like that, like before we had cell phones. And even when we had cell phones, you know, like now we live in a culture where everybody records, they go to concerts or wherever, and anytime you're out, you see a shitload of people. They got phones, they holding phones, they recording shit. Everything you do, everybody wants to record everything so they could put it on social media. And even when we had like MySpace was a form of social media, and we would go to the parties and they was taking pictures of us. We had Nightlife Link that would come to the parties and take our pictures. But now it's to see it has turned into, you know, let's go smoke hookah, do whatever we do, go get bottles, get the sparklers, so we can put it all on social media so everybody can look and see how good of a time we have and how lit we are, and all these things that really don't matter. Well, and I'm not trying to knock people for what matters to them at the particular time. These are things that don't matter to me in this point of my life. Like, I don't want to be the littest person for the wrong reasons, you know what I mean? So that's a lot of the reason why I got on social media, because it's not the real world. It's not a real place. Like, it's just a place for entertainment. And there's other means of entertainment. Like a lot of us in the culture, we feel like social media is literally Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And TikTok really is for the kids. Like that's for all the younger kids that are on TikTok. That was another reason. I mean, I had a little stretch on TikTok where I was just putting all this content on there, but I had to realize this is not really my place. This is not really, it's for the kids to be lit and all that. I'm my old ass on here trying to be lit. So I figured I'd bring it to YouTube where it's not so much pressure to perform for me. I feel like YouTube is just a place where you learn things, you discover things. You know, as much as I'm here to leave my shit for people to learn and discover, I'm here learning and discovering every day. So it's more of a different vibe. And it doesn't, and the crazy part is, YouTube is a form of social media. It's a social network, but it's framed a little bit different than the rest of these low vibrational social media apps are. Like, to me, Instagram is very low vibrational. For me, at this point in my life, it might be lit for some people. I'm not trying to knock it for everybody. Please don't take it that way. And if you do, I don't give a fuck. Who cares? But yeah, I feel like things are a lot better. And one thing about me, I've always been like this. I'm never a person who stays anywhere too long, right? I like to move around, and I don't like to be in one place all the time. Like, for instance, I'm going to karaoke tonight, right? Karaoke is lit. I'll go to karaoke maybe once every month and a half. Because it's lit. It's some place you can find yourself every Friday, but it's like, why? Why am I there every single fucking Friday? For what? Like, what's the point of that? You can find better things to do, whether it's just sitting at home, just chilling out, reading, watching something on TV or whatever you want to do. You don't always just have to be somewhere for people to know you're there. And I think that's another thing that social media has fooled us into thinking that if we're not there, people won't know we're here or won't realize what we're doing. And sometimes you drawing yourself back from things is the most valuable thing that you can do for people to understand that you are here. So Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, social media is cool. It's cool for the young folks. It was cool when we was young folks, and when I and the people my age was young folks. But sometimes you just gotta let it go. And I feel like when you let that go and come back into the real world, especially people that are my age and my age bracket, we lived in the world without it. So the fact that we feel like we can't live without it now is a little weird, but whatever. But we lived in a world without this social media shit and all this pressure to feel like we gotta be performative every day and impress everybody all the time, because that's all it is at the end of the day. It's a form of just feeling like we gotta impress everybody. And then figure this, we try to impress everybody in imagination land. It's an imaginary place. It's not a real place. You don't live in social media. You live on Earth. You live in the concrete world that's out here. So, you know, I know they fooled us into thinking it was a real place and we were going to live on the internet. No, you live in the real world. So come back to the real world. You know what I mean? You know, let it go. Might not kill you, didn't kill me. I'm actually getting younger. You know, looking better. Less stress because I ain't on social media dealing with the drama. As if it's not enough drama in the real fucking world. You gotta deal with drama on the internet all day, every day. And there's a bunch of haters there too. I feel like it's a place where people could be haters, do weird shit like make fake pages and talk shit. It's a weird place, but I digress. I don't want to get too negative. I was just talking about the positive things about why I... Oh wait, hold on y'all real quick. I'm about to order my Starbucks. Hold on. While I'm back, I had to get my medicine ball. But like I said, y'all, all in all, it's really up to you. I just wanted to give y'all some of the reasons, pros, and I ain't really give no cons. There's no cons. Like, I don't regret leaving social media. And at this point, it's not going to be a point where I ever go back. Would I go to a new social media type of fix? Maybe not. YouTube is cool for now. It's just a way for me to document the life. And the funny thing about YouTube is, like, I'm actually like putting my life out there and my experiences, where social media wasn't ever that for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's more so, you know, when Instagram first was what it was, you just posted pictures. Same thing with MySpace and writing on people's walls, and Twitter was just writing your thoughts, and it was all fun while it lasted. But like, I don't feel like I ever want to be to a phase where I'm doing that type of stuff. Like, if I want to share things, I want to share things with the people that I truly care about, not the people who, you know, and whatever is for the public is for the public. It is what it is. You can't always control the narrative about what's going to be said about you. Yeah, that's fine. The crazy part is, my imprint still is on all those sites like Instagram and Twitter, because regardless of me being there, there'll be somebody there saying something about me in one way, shape, or form. So it is what it is. I don't feel like I need to be there for that to be a thing. And the way things are going, it's going to be more and more people talking about me, but that's another story for another day. But yeah, life is good with no social media. Y'all see me, I'm glowing. All y'all girlfriends want me, so it's all good. Nah, I'm only joking. I'm not, but I'm only joking. But I'm not. But yeah, you know, that's why I love social media, because it's lame. Big L for social media. But all y'all that's still on it, have fun with it. Until next time, peace.
Whole city know Jay Moody.
No, for real, though.